Hello and welcome to Question Time from Channels TV's global headquarters, Lagos. I'm Benga Ashiru. As Nigeria's 2019 general elections draw nearer, perhaps what might initially be taken for granted as a two-horse race in the presidential bid might possibly cave in for a likely emergence of a dark horse in the race towards the 2019 polls. This is given the fervent campaign for a third force and some of the rhetorics coming from the chairman of the National Peace Committee, General Abdulsalami Abubakar, who is urging Nigerians to vote out an incompetent government. As the politicking and subtle maneuver heightens, one of those tipped as a likely upset in this contest is the former deputy governor of the Central Bank of Nigeria and the presidential candidate of the Young Progressives Congress, Professor Kingsley Moghalu. He believes Nigeria's political space needs a breath of fresh air. It says the main thrust of its proposed governance structure is on human capital development. He joins us in this interview.
It's a race against all odds. And against all odds, we have already come very far. And against all odds, we will win. That phrase reminds me of an award, an international award I was given about 10 years ago in the United States, and it was called the Against All Odds Award. And even then, my penchant for victory against the odds had been recognized. So this is what will happen in 2019. So far, it's been a very, very, enlightening experience. It's been stressful but happy. I've traveled across the whole country, about 30 states now, doing town halls with ordinary Nigerians, listening to Nigerians and hearing what they are looking for. And it's very clear to me that Nigerians want something new, something different, something bold. They've seen very clearly, after trying the PDP and the APC, they have seen very clearly that their lives have only gotten worse, not better. So they can see that the established, old and recycled politicians of the traditional political class have nothing new to offer them. So they're looking and more excited by candidates like myself, who they consider to be competent, experienced, and to have a vision for Nigeria and how to make the lives of our young people better for the future.
You think you have all it takes to be Nigeria's president?
No question in my mind about that. Let me tell you why. There are three things Nigeria's president in 2019 will wake up to find to be his or her greatest
But
challenge.
you said against all odds.
Oh, yes.
And when people talk about you running against all odds,
yes.
People are talking about the war chest.
Yes,
And
exactly.
the political
Class.
advantage,
Yes.
the political class.
Yes.
Not many people would find you as a political heavyweight, in quotes.
Well, that's why the against all odds is a very interesting phrase, because a lot of things are not always the way they seem. Elections are about numbers. Elections are about people supporting a candidate. And I'm telling you that majority of Nigerians are supporting someone like me, supporting me to become their next president. Because they want somebody young, they want somebody educated, they want somebody with a track record that they can verify, and my track record is very verifiable. And if I do not want to be, I'm not trying to be immodest, but I have a very accomplished track record, having been Deputy Governor of the Central Bank of Nigeria, having been a United Nations official for 17 years.
But one would still say, in spite of your enviable track record in your career, you are a newcomer to politics.
No question about it. I'm proud of the fact that I am not a politician. So you're not going to embarrass me by telling me that.
Do you think Nigeria needs someone who is relatively a greenhorn in politics?
That's precisely what they need, but not just a greenhorn, but who is accomplished in governance, in administration, in the economy. So in this country, we have lots of politicians busy playing politics, but no leaders. That's why our citizens are poor. So it's clear to everybody that the politicians have failed. Why would they want another traditional politician?
People say politics is a different ball game.
Yes,
A
it
lot
is.
of people get into politics, and the first thing they realize is that all their theoretical assumptions
That's true.
cannot really work.
No question.
They realize that they have to
Of course.
contend with the procurement process.
Yes.
And how do
Well,
you intend
let me
to
tell
fit
you,
in into that?
Yeah, let me tell you something. I am a person of some knowledge. And part of that knowledge is knowledge of strategy. That is why I have gotten to where I have gotten so far. Right now, outside of the APC PDP, most Nigerians see me as the third contender, if you see what I'm saying, at this point. Of course, I expect to overtake both of them by February. Now, I am doing what I need to do to win. I'm selling my vision and the vision of my party, the Young Progressives Party, YPP. People are buying it. And so you do this by, effective communication to the people. Nigerians need political education. And
Do,
what I
do,
have
do,
to
do you
offer.
think that your candidature now
Yeah.
fits in to the level of political consciousness of Nigerians right now?
Let me tell you something about political consciousness and about what we call reality. Both are created by human beings. They're not created by angels and demons. So I am in the business of creating a new reality. And that reality is already taking shape. And we can see it unfolding with millions of people saying, away with the old, in with the new. And when we say in with the new, we're not just talking about inexperienced people who just, have lots of aspirations. That's not the issue. I am a tried, tested, and trusted personality. I have worked for 17 years in the United Nations, rising from entry level to the highest career rank. I have been a deputy governor of the Central Bank of Nigeria. That's a very high-ranking level of economic leadership responsibility. I have been a professor.
So one would say you were part of the old school.
No, because
so why
I wasn't
are you
a
clamoring
politician.
for change?
No, I was not part of the old school. I was a technocrat, appointed on merit. I did not get any of these appointments because I belonged to the PDP or the APC. I have never carried a party card until I joined the Young
But you
Progressives.
held sway in one of the most strategic points of Nigeria's economy
And left a
as the
very
deputy governor of the Central Bank of Nigeria.
and left a very good record.
And that was the period Nigeria slumped into recession.
No, the Nigeria slumped